Hi, I'm Epokk from Minigame Guides. In this video, I want to show you how to get some iron and how to melt it really easily in the infected. Now, this is one of those questions that I often see coming forward when reading the forums and stuff like that. So yeah, let's just quickly cover it. Now, how to get iron is really simple. It all starts with this little thing right here, and that's a small rock, a small stone. So all you need to do is you need to melt it down. Now you can find out how to craft certain items just by going to your inventory. Then you're going to go to the itempedia. And then under resources, here you have the small stone. And it also says, for example, here how to get an iron ingot and stuff like that, iron fragments. Now actually how this pretty much works is that you want to smelt down an iron, a small stone into an iron fragment into an iron ingot. Now you can also get iron ingots by melting down iron ore, but that is something that you will not find easy. Now at the start, if you want a lot of it, there is a good chance that you will find quite a few at the main villages. So these are the 3 villages in the infected. And otherwise you can also get them in the mineral extractor, but we're going to be talking about that at the end of the video. Now, let me just show you how to smelt it down. Now, first, you're going to probably want to make one of these, the stone forges. Now, stone forges are really easy to place down. So once again, you're going to go to the itempedia and you're going to go to placeables. You're going to go to other. And over here, you have the stone forge for 25 small stones. Now, you can place this one only down on foundations, not outside, of course. Now, and once you've crafted one of these, you can smelt 2 stones. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be placing 2 stones at the top. And over here, just like the campfire, you need to place some wood. And here we go. Now we're going to combine our lighter with this and it's going to start running. Now over here, you have 2 small stones and those are going to smelt down into 2 iron fragments. Now for each small stone that you smelt down, you get an iron fragment. You need 5 iron fragments to get an iron ingot like the ones over here. This is an iron ingot, as it says in the tooltip, you need 5 iron fragments. So once again, you just need to get 5 small stones. You need to melt them down with one of these stone forges and then you can get yourself an iron ingot. Now, as you can see, these are my old system. I have this one and these 4. So I obviously started with 1, but over time I was just constantly working on expanding the entire setup. So when I have my very first iron ingot, I typically build one of these. Now what this is a stone crate. Now all this is, it's actually very cheap to make. So we're going to go to placeables, we're going to go to storage, and over here you have the stone crate. So 8 planks and 1 iron ingot. Now, why is this ideal? Because as we said, with one of these stone forges, we're going to place 2 stones inside. We're going to need 25 stones to make one. And if we have 5 of them set, then we have 10 stones. And honestly, you need to find them. Now, stones are easily gotten just by looking on the ground, but we're going to need bigger quantities. So what you will want to do is make yourself a mining pick. Now a mining pick is not that hard to make. So you can just make an item pick from making a stone blade first. So that's 1 small stone. And then you want to combine that stone blade with a plant, 2 plant fibers and a stick. And then you have something that looks like this. Okay, so now that we have a mining pick, what we're going to be doing is we're going to go over to a rock, like for example these. And we're just going to let loose with our stone pickaxe on it. So we just hit it a few times and it will erupt in multiple stones. Now we're going to place them all in the stone crate. And afterwards you can just press N and you can move along with them until the next one. And just fill the entire stone crate. That way you're kind of set for a little time. Once it's full, you can just go back and start the process once again. Now, once that you have enough iron ingots, you might want to switch over to a brick forge. Now, a brick forge will allow you to smelt 10 stones, so that immediately leaves you after 1 smelting with 10 fragments, and then you have yourself the iron ore. Now, for example, let's just show you exactly how it works. So I have 5 iron fragments. I'm going to drop those in there already. But that's all pretty much it. So for the remainder, I'm just going to add a few stones to it. You can just alt right click on all the stones to automatically add it to the forge. Using Brick Forge obviously has the advantage that you'll get 2 iron ingots or at least 10 fragments at the end of one smelting of 10 stones, but it will also require less resources since you only have to turn this oven up once instead of 5 small ones. As you can see, once the brick forge is complete, we have all our iron fragments, and over here we have 2 iron ingots. We can just once again left alt and plus right click on it, and then it will automatically come into our backpack. Now, the downside to our system there is that we always rely on small stones. Now, small stones, you can find them on the ground, but for the large amounts that we need, you need to constantly go find some rocks, and at a certain point, you'll just constantly need to go further and further to get some. Now, that's not ideal, and for that reason, in the end, you might want to start building these. Now, the middle extractors, they will supply you with minerals. That's pretty much what they do. So if you look at the map here, you have all these symbols. Now, depending on at which symbol you are, you will get specific minerals if you place one of these down. Now, these are going to be either copper, aluminum, or cobalt. They are pretty much all useful at certain points for the more advanced builds like solar panels and stuff like that. Now, if you place the mineral extractors, you will only get that resource. But if you place them on the grass like I have, they will also give you the other kinds of minerals that they can supply. So for example, we have the iron fragments, iron ore, which is the equivalent of 5 iron fragments, and clay, and small stones often also. Now, the mineral extractors are not that fantastic because they will only supply you with a new item every 5 minutes, and they run on oil, which is not super easy to make. So all you need either an oil extractor, or you can also fuel them with biofuel oil, which is actually really easily made out of 3 spoiled foods. So just 3 spoiled food at the workbench will supply you with some oil. If you have 5 biofuel, then you will be able to fill it completely up. Now, I'm not really impressed by these things because you will need quite a quantity of them to actually supply you with a steady supply of ores or stones or whatever. Now, you can also select extract only stone, and that might be good because then you will only get stone, you won't get any clay, but you won't get any iron ore either. So if you only get stones, that's sure that only if you melt them down, you will only get 1 fragment for smelting each stone. But with this system up, you can also get an iron ore, which is an instant iron ingot. So that is up to you. But that is basically it on how to get iron in the Infected. Now, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below, and be sure to check out this playlist because I will be making a few more guides on the Infected. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.